Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Slakoth and evolving it all the way up to Slaking. I will say that I did it, I think, the harder way in actually finding a wild Slakoth. I actually think you're better off catching a wild Vigoroth, which is the middle evolution, evolving it into Slaking, and then you can also breed it into Slakoth. Slakoth seems to have a really low spawn rate. I took the time resetting at these couple trees right here. As you can see on the map, there's two big trees right in this area. Resetting here, I finally got a wild Slakoth to spawn up in the tree. This is the first one I've seen in the wild outside of my outbreaks. I usually, whenever I needed mine, I just did the breed to get it. But here is Slakoth in the wild on this specific tree. We're going to go ahead and quick ball it. I did reset at the same tree for like 10-15 minutes in order to actually get this spawn to happen. That is why I think you're probably better off catching Vigoroth. It's a lot more common. But for the sake of the video, I wanted to show you that you can get Slakoth here. It does spawn in the wild. You don't have to breed it. It is just these two trees over here in South Province Area 5. I just would run up on this hill here, make sure everything up there despawned, and then run back. And these two trees I noticed have a lot of chance of spawning Pokemon. I've seen one or two in this one. In this one I've seen up to 3 Pokemon in it. But while doing this, you could potentially see Vigoroth spawning just around you. And to get Vigoroth with the actual evolution method, ours is level 20. We actually only need 1 level. So I'm going to use just 1 medium candy real quick. That takes us up the 1 level and our Slakoth will evolve. There you have it. Slakoth has evolved into Vigoroth again. Vigoroth is really common in the wild compared to Slakoth. Again, you just keep resetting this tree and you have a chance of Pokemon spawning up on the branches. It can be a little hard to see sometimes. If you hold the left trigger, you can actually zoom in and look up. But like I said, I think you're better off catching Vigoroth, evolving it, and breeding it down to get the Slakoth. That's what I did for my Pokédex. But if you're going to evolve Vigoroth, we'll come in here to our bag. Again, to the candies. We're going to use quite a few medium candies this time. That's level 32. Let's learn Slash. No thank you. Throw Chop. I'm not worried about moves. Oh, beat you many times. We do need a little bit more than that. So let's do 5 more. 15. Counter. Not worried about that. And 1 more should do the trick. At level 36 is when Vigoroth evolves into Slaking. There you have it. Vigoroth has evolved into Slaking. Again, level 18, Slakoth evolves into Vigoroth. Level 36, Vigoroth evolves into Slaking. Again, you're much more likely to see Vigoroth than you are Slakoth, at least in my experience. And even in a quick Google, it seems to be like this is the tree you want to look at. I just happen to be looking here anyways because I saw that I was actually getting spawns in that tree. So finding a tree where you're guaranteed at least some Pokemon to spawn, just keep resetting it, and eventually you could potentially get the Slakoth spawn. It's supposed to be, if you look at your Pokédex, there's a pretty large area that says Slakoth can spawn. So if we look at the habitat for Slakoth, it shows a pretty large area, but it even tells you it is rarely seen. So it's definitely not a very common spawn. If you look at Vigoroth, however, if I switch this back to numerical order, we look at Vigoroth, roams actively on land. You can see it's down around here. There's other areas you can find it. And even Slaking, you can find Slaking in the wild as well if you wish to just do it that way. Also, very rarely seen, likes being near trees, not in trees, like Slakoth likes being, spends its time up in the trees. So again, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Slakoth is a hard spawn to find. don't be afraid to catch Vigoroth and just breed it down. You could potentially get an outbreak. That's how I got actually a shiny Slakoth, was I managed to get an outbreak. So definitely keep an eye open. Slakoth is in the trees. Definitely be looking up as you're running around. But again, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. We're going to be going through all the evolutions available in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. All the ones I haven't done yet. More to come. So make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.